Big welcome back to the Happy Morning Show. This morning, we are joined now live in the studio by Lady Rita Mba, the chairman of the Enugu State Tourism Board, to tell us about this significant project in the state. Thank you, Lady Mba, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Good morning.
I don't know what to describe this dressing as. Last time I said fresh tomato. What was it? Pepper tomato.
Afrocentric.
Afrocentric.
Yes.
Let's use Afrocentric. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you.
So we ended that report with it was currently being wrapped and would be unveiled soon.
Yes.
What has happened since that? What are Enugu residents to expect? Let's start from the end of that report.
You can see that the base of that concrete work is not finished. We need to paint it and make it look presentable before we can unveil it to residents and visitors as well.
All right. What was your reaction when you saw people trooping around the masquerade, taking videos? And these things went viral even before the official commissioning. People were just excited. Cars stopped. Phones were pulled out. There was so much chaos along that axis. It was impossible you can't hide a beautiful bride.
Yes.
If you can put it that way.
Yes.
So what was your reaction to that?
I expected that, because whenever the Ijele comes out, even in an event or an occasion, you will see people rushing and following it and taking pictures. So not minding that that's a sculpture, people also did the same when it was we were installing it. And then you could see a lot of cars stopping. In fact, I was a bit worried that I hope people don't hit each other in the process. It caused a lot of commotion. And before I knew it, within 1 hour or two, it had gone viral. So that's exactly what that masquerade was intended to do. It was intended to draw attention to not just to Enugu, but to our culture, our beliefs, our spirituality, and as a people, what we are known for.
Okay.
Okay, tell us what informed this decision, right? And also keeping it at that place it is at Obia Gono Asata roundabout. What informed the decision of Ijele Masquerade at that particular spot?
All right, let me take you back to the concept and the planning of that roundabout. This is part of the city beautification and roundabout scheme of the Enugu State government under the Tourism Board. So before we set out to upgrade the roundabouts, we went round and took a holistic view of everything. So, for example, at the airport, you would notice that the plane there was a bit grounded before. But what we did was to tilt it up a little bit and make it look as if it's taking off, and then we wrote destination Enugu on it. That concept is meant to put in the minds of visitors and tourists that they always have to take off to destination Enugu. So the same thing goes for the Onasta roundabout, because as a kid, that same concept came from my memories as a kid. Because growing up during Christmas and New Year period, my parents used to take us to Onasta to watch the masquerades. So when we get there, they would park, sit by the corner. We as kids would run out of the car, mix up in the crowd. We see so many masquerades. We chase around the masquerades. We run after them. And at some point, the masquerades would turn back and start chasing us back. And then we'll run for our dear lives, only to repeat the same process again. So when I was going around and I got to that roundabout, I had that memory in my mind, So I said, well, it would look nice to put a masquerade there. At the beginning, it wasn't like an Ijele masquerade. That wasn't what we had in mind. We just had in mind to put a masquerade there. So, but somewhere along the line, we decided to settle for the Ijele masquerade because we felt it would be quite intimidating because of the size. And then this contract was awarded to a very creative artist, Sunday Chukwu. Sunday Chukwu is from Enugu State, and he's known for his wonderful work of arts. He did justice. He did justice to that artwork. At one occasion when I went to look at what he was doing, he told me that masquerade was going to make the Guinness Book of Records. And I believe him because he's really a wonderful piece of art. He deserves an award for making that masquerade, if you ask me, Yeah,
it's a very great
It's
piece.
a great one.
Yeah.
So let's now talk about the idea of the masquerade, because there's a lot of confusion, marked confusion right now. So was the sculptor, was he asked to create it, or was it already done and then basically was lifted and brought into the scheme of the beautification of Enugu, the origin of the masquerade?
All right. He was told to create an Ijele masquerade. We decided to put a masquerade right at that Onuasata roundabout. We chose the masquerade. He was told the masquerade to create. and he decided to create the Masquerade. That's it.
Okay, I was when we were having conversations earlier, so we were talking about my Enugu story and everything you need to see in Enugu and beautifying Enugu and whatnot, right? So we came to a conclusion too. Please, are we going to have an Oba monument somewhere around roundabout?
My concern at that point was that people will bring out small knives and start cutting your back. No, in Enugu.
I think Masquerade is something Enugu people are known for, and their dance too, right?
Yes.
So Oba is something we are known for. So is the board to consider this?
Talking about that now, we're not going to create an Oba roundabout. If you look at the airport gate, the walls of the airport gate, it's being adorned by art murals. So what we are trying to do is we're trying to make sure that we represent our culture in different places and different locations within the town. It will look better in picture than in sculpture, because you can now do the colors and everything.
There's a magic Chukwu can actually do again, regarding this.
All right, so now speaking about the artist, Sunday Chukwu, who of course the state government has been able to empower with this grand project. What does this say about the government's, let's say, drive to empowering young people, especially artists like Sunday Chukwu?
Okay, before I answer that question, let me also say that there's another significance in the unveiling that Ijele Masquerade, which is that, His Excellency, our governor, is doing very well. So at this point, we actually felt that unveiling that masquerade would be more like politically giving him accolades for all the good works he's doing in Enugu State. Because, when Ijele comes out, it doesn't come out just for anybody. So that Ijele has actually come out for our governor to say that, oh, thank you, Your Excellency, for keeping to your campaign promises to the people of Enugu State. Now, talking about empowering youths, we plan to empower a lot of artists. I've invited like 20 of them from different places. And at the moment, they are trying to put up together some masquerades again for the Unity Park for Christmas. So these ones are going to be called the Christmas masquerades. There are 5 of them. So they will be at the Unity Park for people to appreciate. And this will be done by 5 different artists as well. Yeah.
All right, let's talk about challenges. Have there been any challenges to achieving the success of getting this masquerade from point A to point B? Let's talk about the challenges.
There are many challenges, especially when an Ijele is involved or masquerade is involved. You don't expect not to have some issues on ground. We had, but there were no challenges that could not be taken care of. They have all been sorted out, and all the parties are okay and happy with the piece of work, Yeah.
Okay, you talked about Unity Park. So what kind of Christmas are we expecting? It's almost here this month.
Oh.
Unity Park. And also, are we also expressing the roadblock too this year? So you can just give us the expo.
All right. We are going to put together, we're actually in the process of putting together the Unity Christmas Park. We started it about 2 months ago. All the metal props have been built. We're threading the lights on the metal works. And we have a big surprise for the people of Enugu State, but I don't want to let it out of the bag yet. We're bringing in something that will wow everybody. And the kids will really have fun because Santa is coming in a grand way this year.
Oh, awesome.
We're going to have a beautiful lounge in there, which was missing last year, for where people could have their whatever they want to eat and drink.
Is it in the sculpture?
No, right inside the park.
Okay.
Last year, we decorated only a part of the park. This year, we're decorating almost more than half of the park, as a matter of fact. So it's going to be really great this year.
The masquerade is, like you rightly pointed out, it's spiritual. It comes with it, the masquerade comes with it, some level of an aura.
Yeah.
It comes with a lot of mystery, you know. So let's talk about, the mystery that we have been exposed to in the state as a result of this Ijele in the process of bringing it from point A to point B. Let's talk about that.
Well, I do
And what it should mean to the people of Enugu State, because I imagine that people might sit together and start telling their children stories of the masquerade, how it comes to life at night and all that.
Children are always curious.
Yes.
Daddy, Mommy, what's that? And they'll definitely have tell a story.
The truth is that a lot of people have called me to find out what and why, what we're trying to do by putting that masquerade there. And I said to them, this is just a creative work which depicts our culture as a people and depicts the culture of the Obi people. The Obi people are known for the masquerades, and their music, Ogene music, and all that. So I don't know why people choose to see it in a different way. I don't know if you are aware that at the London Museum, there's an Ijele masquerade there, and UNESCO has said that that masquerade is capable of generating about over $20 billion annually. If we had put that masquerade somewhere in an enclosed place, people would be paying to go. We would have fetched more money, but we decided to leave it open because we know that if it's open, it will attract a lot of attention to Enugu State. More tourists will come, more visitors will come. We put our name on the map of tourism in Africa. And don't forget that Ijele is the biggest masquerade in Africa. So that's exactly what we're trying to do. There's nothing awkward or weird about it. That's just a metal creative work that tries to show what we are and what we believe in as a people.
I'm funny enough, so many diasporans are already coming back this Christmas.
Yes,
because of that.
Because
that's nice.
But there are also some people on the other side. I've seen people also commenting, saying things like, that why is the government investing in this? The government should build roads. Government should do this. So there's been some pushback on social media, especially when we aired this report about the masquerade installation. So what do you have to say about those people that think that beautifying the state, so to speak, is not a priority project?
It's really unfortunate. I don't believe that a lot of people think that way. The reason why we visit other countries in the world is to see what they are all about, to learn about their culture.
Experience them.
Yes, a lot of white people might even appreciate this Ijele masquerade more than the residents. I know the residents appreciate it, but some of them are giving it some wrong connotation, which is not really the reason why we went on that project. I'm sure that soon we'll be receiving calls from all over the world, from people who want to come and take pictures and study the masquerade. Very soon, I'm sure you'll see that masquerade on CNN. So that's Sunday, Mr. Sunday Chukwu should get ready.
Yeah.
Big job.
We look forward to that.
I think not just beautify. I think that whole area right now we should make it very exceptional and neat.
But let's talk about
it's
maintenance.
Going to attract so many. Yeah.
Maintenance. I've looked at the masquerade and there are lots of intricate designs. I'm wondering about how it's going to be kept in top-notch condition, just the way it was delivered. How is that going to be managed? Because I imagine that after a while you might have cobwebs and all of that, and of course rainfall, harsh weather conditions. What's the plan for maintenance?
I don't think you have to worry about that. You see, we're making a deliberate effort, conscious effort, to make sure that doesn't happen. That roundabout is going to be auctioned and concessioned to a company that can pay to take care of it. Say like a company like NBL, I think they have a drink that they use the jelly flavor.
Yes.
We could approach them and say to them, you can take over this roundabout for a particular fee. Once they take over the roundabout and pay and advertise one or two of their products in the roundabout, we'll be able to maintain the roundabout and we'll be able to get not just the roundabout, we'll be able to maintain even the area surrounding the roundabout.
It's great. It's not business as usual.
Enugu State
Yeah.
and the people. This conversation is significant to Enugu State. Now the masquerade is there. It is at the Ono Asata roundabout. People have seen it, and I understand that the government would still want this to be unveiled properly, so that it can be properly introduced to the people, and of course the relevant message be brought across. But now that it's already viral, I mean, like I said, it's difficult to hide the beautiful bride. What should the people of Enugu take home that this installation means to them? What does the government want them to think each time that they walk or drive past this monument?
Right. It would be interesting to know that the people of Ogui, the people that do this masquerade, they contacted me to say that they want to be present at the unveiling. So if they are present at the unveiling, I'm sure they will bring their Ogene and their music, and that will further advertise our culture and creativity to the world. So what government wants the Enugu people to take away from this is that we are trying to project our culture, our tourism, our belief, and the people that we are to the rest of the world.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add concerning this?
No, not really. Thank you very much.
All right, the Ijele Masquerade and its mystery. I hope that it doesn't cause mysterious occurrences around Onuasada. But yes, I see parents are telling their children stories about how the masquerade comes alive at night and how it dances. I'll definitely tell my children that story eventually, because my grandmother told me about the Otiva Junction statue. Then it was Pamputu Pamputu, that he would always wake up at night and beat his drum. I remember that story. So yes, more mystery for the children, more excitement, more stories to tell, and I hope that you also include this in your Igbo story when you eventually write to us. Thank you so much, Lady Mba, for joining us. And good looking out to the entire team that has made this possible. And we look forward to the unveiling and the formal commissioning of this project. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.